I rescued the princess, no worries. I couldn't show it, but we have beaten that guy in 8 minutes 27 for me, or 8:30 or something.
8:27 was the final time there. It's one of those things where, you know, we're doing this, we're bringing this to you from all over the world with only the internet and Discord to communicate. So sometimes things happen.
Yeah, it's just a pity that it always happened to me, it looks like today, but what can we do? So we just hope that this time it will not happening, and you can see the whole run from the beginning to the end.
Alright. Alright, so this is Snow Bros, Nick and Tom with Berlin Dude. I'm Kick-Ass Pancakes. I'm going to leave it over to you. I'll count you down here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck to you.
Thank you. Hopefully you can see the whole game this time. So, yeah, we are Snow Brothers, Nick and Tom. And yeah, we are just snow guys. We have to rescue the princess. We cut it down, cutscene in the beginning. And the most important part in this actually game is to get potions, the red one and the blue one, what we just got. That makes us fast and we can shoot big snow. So it's kind of a clone of Bubble Bobble, and important part about this game, like I already said, is to get the potions, the power-ups quickly. Every time when we get kicked out, like hit, we are losing the power-ups. Until we are not losing the power-ups, we are still fast. And there are 3 potions actually what you can really use. Another one what is an extra potion, but you can get red potion for being fast of running, yellow potion what we just got for average, and blue potion for big snow. And you can, like, if you collected it once, you don't have to collect it again. So it's an infinite power up until you are dying, what we hopefully don't do. And this is a Genesis only port for the Japan version, so you don't have that thing in Europe. It was only released in the Genesis in Japan. And yeah, it's an arcade port. In the arcade port you have 50 floors, and this one is the only one on the world, that port for the Sega Genesis, what has actually 70 floors. So the story of this game is, like I already mentioned, you have to rescue the princesses, but there will be a twist later in round 50 and floor 50. Every 10 floors you have a boss. So you will see right now how I defeat that. Every boss is shooting something at you, what you can use against him. The flames are showing how far he is from dying. And yeah, he's dead. Very quickly, and you can actually farm some points if you want. In the arcade version you only have 1 shooting button and 1 jump button. Here you have actually 2 shooting buttons, so that's why I can shoot so quickly, because you can double mash, what makes it much easier than the arcade version. I also speedrunned the arcade version some weeks ago, I think 1 month, and it's much harder to play it only with 1 button than with 2 buttons actually. So since the Genesis has 3 buttons to use, we can use the 3. These are like extra rooms, like when you know Bubble Bobble, you have that extend thing, so if you would touch that you would get into an extra part what would bring you into the situation that you have to destroy some blobs, and if you bring the word snow together then you would have an extra life. This game has extra lives you get, I think, every 100,000, 500,000, 1 million points and so on. But also this game has 3 continues, so it should be all fine actually. There's even a password function what you can use, like in the moment when you would perhaps finish and get in game over and not anymore continues. You could actually put the password in, so you can start exactly there where you just dropped off. Yep, and it looks very fast. I hope for everybody it's like, because this game got rooted by me and the actual world record holder El Salero. And yeah, he's the actual record holder with 19 minutes and I think 31 seconds. He already started again to speedrun it. He wants to bring the time more down. I'm happy with my 19 minutes and 45 seconds what I just got. Yeah, and now we come to the next boss in floor 20. I call it Bob Frog Monster. And yeah, we are using the bombs against him. So there's a quick kill, a 2-round, we just have to be aware here. And yeah, the double mashing is happening a lot. And we just killed the Bob Frog Monster. Animations had been copied from the arcade, mostly. Music mostly, so they just used the Genesis in the best way of possible. Dudes. Since you think perhaps the minion are something new, just watch this kind of room. There are actually here minions showing up. You have just to watch the background. So the minions had been already before the time of that Pixar Studio thing. And there is another bonus room if I want to do it, like you can farm. The word snow. You actually don't know how the blobs having names, like which letter is which letter, so you just have to destroy everybody. And here we have some enemies what are shooting fire. These guys, what is it called? The sumos, they can be actually hit and then they're just disappearing, but they're shooting fire from the top on you, what is kind of not friendly. And there in the right side we have the green potion. It's just a bonus thing until everybody's destroyed on the screen. And if you touch it, you will be becoming invincible and flying around. You hopefully get that a little bit later in a different room where it speeds it up. And as you can see, this game is a really fast-paced game, most of the time just because of the double mashing and using the power-ups and routing the rooms as fast as possible. This game has almost no RNG except 2 bosses. The next bosses are the birds, they have RNG, and the stone faces, what is floor 50. And yeah, sometimes you cannot even catch up watching that game because it goes so fast and you don't actually know what is happening on the stream, except that many guys fly around, snowballs and everything. It's really tough to get followed. And yeah, here's the birds. The birds can fly short, middle or long. Let's see what they're doing and how much cycles we have. So it looks like we have a 2 cycle. What is kind of fast. If you come down, yep. So 2 cycle, very nice. Good RNG. They can fly short, long or middle, and they decide to fly middle and short, what gives us the opportunity to kill them faster than if they would go long. So, floor 31, the next floors have some dead ends. So if you're reaching these dead ends, we have to wait so I can talk. If you reach these dead ends, you can actually not go out. You have to get killed to go out, so kind of tricky. But you can actually use also your snowboards to just jump out of that dead end. Like in the moment, for example, when I would here, I just show it, go into that, I would not go out. So you can just jump out. And yeah, some dead end floors in that one. Let's see. Okay, so like I already mentioned, there are some dead ends where we have to use the enemies to jump out. That was actually not intended, but let's play like that. Waiting for him to come up. These enemies can actually throw fire. Now we just need RNG like that. We get the potion, the green potion, so we can fly around. We didn't get it, so we have to wait right now until the enemies are coming down. Because like I already mentioned, we are in the dead end and we just have to use them against to go out. So yeah, if I would just stay there without an enemy on my way, I couldn't jump out. You can actually jump on the snowballs instead of just there. And here in the right, sorry, not in the right. So let him just come out. Hopefully he's not touching me. And there's that guy what if you're taking too long and if you're just not getting out would kill you. And Pumpkin in Bubble Bobble, it's actually green thing. Here's that potion what I was just mentioning, where you can just be invincible big and just destroy everything on your way. And yeah, this game is a little bit more forgiving than the arcade one. The enemies are a little bit slower, so you can play it on easy and you can play it on difficult. Difficult is actually the speed and everything of the arcade, but we are playing on easy, what is still not easy. And yeah, we are about to enter the next boss room. Now we are just forcing these guys to come down, and then just going into the trolls. So, these are the trolls right now, and we are just waiting until they're shooting. They are shooting fire and small trolls are coming out. And we just try another kind of quick kill, what I just found out. Didn't do it, but we hit it in the wrong place. Let's see if we can somehow catch up and not die. So this guy is dead. That's good actually. And now we try kind of a quick kill. And he's dead. Not bad actually. And we are coming right now to the last 10 floors of the arcade. Floor 41 to 50. The music tries to push you a little bit up. I really like that kind of music here. The enemies get stronger, fly more around, and yeah, just enjoy right now the music a little bit. The game tries to push you to say, hey, we are about to finish the game, even when we are actually not really finishing it, since we have 10 more, but this is a plot what you don't know. So, like I said, I really like that music because it's hyping you up for the end of the boss, like that you are about to finish that game. And it's many of the tracks had been used one-to-one from the arcade to the port version here for the Genesis. These enemies can, like you see, fly around. We just have to be aware that they are not touching us. Like I already mentioned, all the floors had been kind of routed, so you just have to do the right thing in the right time. And yeah, destroy every enemy. If you are destroying them with one snowball, you get these extra bonus cards with points, or even two, like when they are connected. If you use two different snowballs in the stage, you don't get these bonus cards. These bonus cards are actually a time loss, of course, because yeah, you have to wait, but still better than going into the extra life room. And yeah, we're going closer to the end of the game. And if you just get death here before, these are some rooms definitely where you can catch up. And we're about to enter the last room before the stone faces. Stone faces are actually another boss with RNG. The stone faces can shoot fire, empty bubbles, or enemies. When they are throwing a lot of enemies, of course it gets faster. Let's see what kind of RNG we get right now. They're the princesses. Please watch the princesses how they look right now. They are like the arcade ones. But they will change in the cutscene, because after that we get an unskippable cutscene. And we have really bad RNG since we only get one enemy right now to use. And a lot of fire. And fire kills, of course, a snowman. And in a really bad spot, actually, they just came. So you want actually that all these empty bubbles are full with enemies. And as much as you kill enemies, as much new bubbles are coming. So like there are only possible so much bubbles on the screen. If you're not destroying them, that's why I'm jumping into that bubbles. They are not getting destroyed. And this is kind of risky right now, what is here happening. I didn't even see where I am right now. And the right one is almost dead. that is, we have to be a little bit careful because we want actually that both are getting enough flames. So you want actually always 6 shots on them. So we are just putting all the snowballs into the right one. So we are kind of even. There's one more for that one, and now the other one is just needing 2 more. And now you see the biggest problem, like you have to hope that there are coming 2 enemies. So we did it, not a bad time. And now we have an unskippable cutscene. We have still all the power-ups, and we rescued the princesses as Snow Brothers. But now there's a turning point, a plot. The Snow Brothers got kidnapped this time, and the princesses, what we just rescued, even when they're looking completely different to the ones what we just rescued, have to rescue right now the Snow Brothers in the next 20 floors. So like I already mentioned, only game with 20 extra floors, and now we are playing a princess, so call me princess. And these guys are actually shooting some kind of things called, for me I still say they are like Hadokens. And these birds are really annoying because, like I said, they are shooting some kind of Hadokens or whatever they are getting called. And interesting part about this, here this is for example that extra room what I just mentioned before. So you will see right now on the ground an S for snow. So if you just put these 4 letters together you get an extra life. Also when you're shooting too fast in this game using the double mashing, you can actually get the glitch that you cannot shoot any snow out. The snow glitch it's called. And yeah, you just sometimes have to stop shooting to get new snow out again. Yeah, and very cute enemies definitely here. They are looking like they cannot do anything negative to you, these ghosts. And interesting part also is like you have a red dress, but as a snowman when you would play co-op, the red dress is actually player 2 and the blue dress, what is actually player 1 in Snow Brothers, is player 2. So it is a little bit confusing in the beginning when you start because like you think okay, red dress is player 2, but it's actually player 1 with red dress and player 2 with blue dress. And yeah, we are the bad thing about this, not bad, but this kind of board is that they didn't make so much effort, it looks like, for the last 20 floors according how great they made the first 20 floors. And now instead of just getting killed, we are just playing a little bit safer. And you see these birds, they're always shooting these Hadokens out of the feet. And here we see the 3-eye troll, very easy pattern. He's just coming down, throwing trolls at us, and do that over and over again. Depends where he's staying. You just farm the trolls and then just put it into them. It's actually a really easy pattern. That's the thing what I was just mentioning, that it looks like they didn't put so much effort to the last 20 floors according to the first ones. And he's dead. And now come the last 10 floors before we are finishing the game. We are entering right now kind of a spaceship thing. And we have another new enemies they created, bombs and running robots. The running robots are actually kind of confusing because they sometimes don't even know what they are doing. So most of the time what I just saw in the speedrun is they run even away from you instead of just going for you. They don't even know what they are doing, they are just wrong program perhaps. I don't even know, cannot tell you. And the bombs are always shooting bombs, of course. And you can only leave the floor if you collect everything in the floor and destroyed every enemy. So that's why you always see me collecting things. and we just want that guy to come down to say bye bye. Yeah, like very quick going forward. It's very tough sometimes to keep track on that game, but actually not the biggest problem if you are used to that speed. But for somebody who sees first time thing like this game is kind of confused, of course, what is happening on the screen. You see there's many enemies and snowboards and princes running around or a snowman running around and shooting extremely fast snow out of their hands, and you don't even know what is really happening until the game is done. So yeah, this is how the game goes, and now we are just entering room number 67, 4 more rooms, end boss time then. Time is when we get the last hit, of course, then in the end boss. And like I already mentioned, the last 20 floors look like they didn't pay so much attention into that, like how these rooms are built and how quickly you can actually finish them. So room number 69, last room before the end boss, the crazy vampire kid we call him, and then we have to put a lot of snowballs into him, like always. Like every boss, like I already mentioned, gives something what we can use against him, and we are just collecting here all the things. And the last boss is no RNG, he has always the same pattern. You just have to follow up and try to destroy him by using snow into him and using the snowballs, the guys here, as snowballs against him. Every time when you're touching a snowball you get invincible for some seconds, so that's why you can actually get a hit even when you don't get a hit. So the iframes are here only when you're getting touched by the snowball, and it's always the same pattern. It always repeats also, so you don't have to worry if you're not doing the quick kill or the fastest kill. He's about to finish. He gets flames on his head, has now one, gets now the second one and the third one, and time will be when the guy is crying. It will be time now.
All right, great run. You finished at a 21:36 by my estimate.
Yeah, good run, definitely. Played a little bit safe here and there because there are some quicker ways, but definitely a good run. And world record, like I mentioned, is 19 minutes 31 seconds. My PB is 19 minutes 45 seconds. And we rescued the Snow Brothers. They are very happy, and the princess and the Snow Brothers start again. And you see right now, the ending is the beginning. So if you would just right now press start, you would have the same cutscene how they started, they end. So it's an infinite loop.
So does the game truly ever end?
No. It's a nightmare. No, it's what was it, that movie with Bill Murray, where he had that hedgehog, I think, or something, where he had to live the whole day every day again. Yeah, it's kind of this movie.
Yep.
Waking up every day the same.
The name escapes me, but I do know what you're talking about. But Berlin Dude, thank you so much for your submissions, man. This is it for you, right? You're done?
No, I have one more game to go. In I think 4 hours I will play Castle of Illusion after the World of Illusion. So the Illusion block will be coming in the evening, and my last game will be Mickey Mouse smiling around and kicking some miserables.
Okay. Well, it looks like you have a few hours here to rest up for that. Again, thank you. Fantastic runs. And chat, stick around. We have Jewel Master coming at you after the small intermission here. And that is brought to you by Leandrum90. So stick around for that. Enjoy the music as always. And Berlin Dude again.